Hello! So, today I want to talk about some of my favorite authors, my top 5, in no particular order. I saw Jesse the Reader do a video similar to this one a couple days ago, and I thought I would try it out, because I definitely know who my top 5 are. I have a lot of favorite authors, a lot of authors that I really like, but my top 5 are pretty set in stone, I think, for now. So check out his video and his channel. I'll leave a link down there. So the first author that I want to talk about is John Green. The first John Green book that I read was The Fault in Our Stars, and that was last year, like the day it came out. That was when I discovered his writing. I know a lot of people had already read all of his books before that. I hadn't really gotten into them until that one. So I read this. I don't have the actual book in here because someone's borrowing it, which makes me upset. And it blew my mind. So I bought all of the other John Green books. Actually, I had them already. And I've been slowly reading them ever since. You don't want to read them too close to each other. My favorite book of his is Looking for Alaska, which someone's also borrowing. And I also really like Paper Towns. This is really good. I've reviewed all of them that I've read, and I'm excited to read An Abundance of Catherines, and especially Will Grayson, Will Grayson. I love his writing because he's really good at writing from the perspective of a teenager, while not sounding like an obnoxious, stupid teenager like a lot of authors do. I love how his characters are smart and witty. The dialogue in his books are hilarious. There's always some deep meaning in his books that make you think a lot about life, and they make you cry and cry. The metaphors that he uses are just beautiful, and he's just a fantastic writer. So the next author that I want to talk about is Jodi Picoult. She's written quite a few books, some that you might know of: My Sister's Keeper, 19 Minutes, Sing You Home, House Rules, Between the Lines. My personal favorite being Sing You Home. I have her signature in here. Another personal favorite of mine is House Rules. I think this was really good. I'm pretty sure I read it when I was like 12, and I remember really getting into it, and this was like one of the first adult fiction books that I read. And I think they're talking about making this into a TV show, which would be super exciting. That would be awesome. So when Jodi Picoult writes a book, she has like a topic or an issue. She'll write about a school shooting, autism, gay marriage. Her newest book, The Storyteller, it has to do with the Holocaust, or a former Nazi from the Holocaust. She takes these issues and makes a story out of them and makes characters that we really get to know. She knows her characters like the back of her hand. We get stories from their past that makes us connect to them. We sympathize with them. We hate the characters that she wants us to hate and love the characters that she wants us to love. And she comes out with a new, beautiful work of art of a book that's a long book, like every year. The way she paces her books and writes, it's just so beautiful. I would recommend her books to anyone. She's always got these shocking conclusions at the end that just leave you like, mind blown. So that is Jodi Picoult. This is like a small fraction of the amount of books she has. You should see the dent she's made in my bookshelf. So next I want to talk about the author of one of my favorite YA series, and that is Michael Grant. Michael Grant is the author of the Gone series, first one being Gone, and then there's Hunger, Lies, Plague, Fear, and Light, which is the last one that came out this past Tuesday, which is amazing, and I will have my review up for this soon. I am this far, thinking I'll finish it tonight. He's also the author of the Berserk series and the Magnificent 12. The things that Michael Grant comes up with in these books are just insane. He has no boundaries at all. Anything can happen in his books. You have to go in there being open to anything that could possibly happen. There are limbs being chopped off, there are lungs being vomited up, literally. There are scary things that happen in these books, and they're just so addicting. Over the course of the 6-book series of his that I've read, I've grown so attached to the characters that he's made and the things that he does to his characters. Oh my god. Everyone has gone through so much change, and the character development is just great. The reason I put him in this list is because I think no one can write like Michael Grant. These 5 authors that I've chosen, a lot of authors have the same voice and anyone can write like them. But these, Michael Grant among them, Their voices are just so unique, and it's part of what makes me love his books. He's one of the very few authors that can keep me up until like 4 in the morning just reading. He's a great writer, and this is a great series. You should check this series out. This is the first book, and this is the last one. We're down to the final 2, and again, these are in no particular order. So let's talk about Mr. Rick Riordan. He's the author of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, which I have been reading since like the 2nd grade, and he's still got new books coming out every year. And by the way, I did start reading this again. I got about this far, and I'm going to read it as soon as I finish Light. So like tomorrow. So for those of you who are still asking me to review this, it's gonna happen soon. So if you haven't read the Percy Jackson series, I don't know what is wrong with you, but you need to get on that. I also have a 20-minute video of me complimenting his writing. I love this series for the characters and the quests that they go on, and everything that we learn about mythology. Like, if I hadn't read these, I probably wouldn't know that Zeus was the god of the sky, or that Poseidon was even the god of the sea. Now it's just basic knowledge. The cliffhangers that we get at the end of every book are just brilliant. They're painful, but they're brilliant, and I applaud him for that. Rick Riordan is a fantastic author. The things that he's done with his characters so far and all these different series that he has going on, I don't know how he does it, but he is brilliant. I love everything about these books. And if you don't know, just so you can go out and get these books, the series is The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, and then the other series, which is, it goes with it, is The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, and The Mark of Athena. And then The House of Hades is coming out this fall. Rick Riordan, definitely, without a question, one of my favorite authors. Obviously. So I didn't really think I could not put this next author in this list. She's responsible for my childhood of reading. She's responsible for all of the anticipation that I've had for so many years for new books and new movies. She is our queen, J.K. Rowling. I'm not gonna go and talk about the Harry Potter series and how brilliant it is and how she stretched everything that is so amazing through these 7 books and made everything tie together at the end. Nope, not gonna talk about that. You should all know. Just know that I'm convinced I wouldn't have read any of the other books that I've talked about in this video if it weren't for hers. I probably wouldn't be a reader without these books. And I still haven't finished The Casual Vacancy, not sure when I will, but her writing is truly genius. So those are my top 5 authors, and let me know what yours are. Leave a comment or a video response, and I will see you guys very soon. Goodbye.